into game and we're flying into the rift, who needs a skybox when it's a night box? Because we're in.
We are in.
Cudders Cuties on the red side.
I want to shout out Aaron because I think he did this on the fly. That thing in the bottom left with the mini LCS logo.
Yes.
That used to be a little box he couldn't get rid of, and now it's advertisement. My goat. Did that on the fly. I respect it.
Big up the big man.
Indeed. We're going to have to see how the Draven goes here. A little bit of early jostling for position. One of the good things about Jarvan is he's always going to start his flag because it gives him attack speed, which means it's kind of the best option for his level 1. But it also gives you free vision. You know, you just throw that shit in a bush and you don't have to face check. It's a beautiful thing.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Win cons. How do we win here? We see. Oh, look. Perfect Form has not taken teleport. He is going for lane dominance, but so has Mr. Callisti doesn't have one either. He's also gone barrier. So this game
is actually standard.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I know. Yep. Yeah, he's gonna be looking to do some crazy stuff up in here.
Oh yeah.
The ignite or the Olaf I think is good though because obviously one of the things that Warwick does is heals a ton, right?
Yeah.
So being able to Grievous wounds the shit out of him is gonna be big.
Yep.
We got Conqueror for the Olaf. We got Lethal Tempo for the Warwick. So I think those are both standard output for them.
Yep.
In terms of the rest of the map, we've got Airy versus Arcane Comet for the Zillion. I think Arcane Comet makes a lot of sense for Zillion. He's going to have a very easy time landing it. A lot of his trade pattern is going to be about him landing his stun.
Yep.
And when he lands stun, Comet hits for free. And every time he hits you with a damaging ability, he reduces the cooldown on Comet. So, you know, he's having a good time.
Really clever.
Yeah, and then in regards to the bot lane, we got Lethal Tempo on both sides, and then Guardian for Renata.
I'm actually surprised that Karashi went for Lethal Tempo on Draven.
Yeah? Or would you, like Halo Blades maybe, or
I thought
PTA?
Draven usually goes, usually PTA or Conqueror, you know, for those really fat heals or, you know, massive damage, considering that he doesn't really lean too heavily onto attack speed, but...
I suppose, considering the draft they have, maybe they're assuming that the Draven has to be like a more kind of reliable source of damage for them.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, but hold on a second. Trades are going out. Ignite is out onto Warwick, and yes, that is exactly how I thought it would go. First kill going over to Mr. Callisti. That is the difference that Barrier makes for the Warwick matchup. If you're Warwick, the way you want to play it is you want to skirmish, fight, and scuffle all the way up to the point where your health hits like 100 HP. Then you pop the barrier, use Q for that missing health heal from the Q. Then the Q is huge. You turn the fight around, and just like that, Callisti managing to turn that around. Well played. That was textbook Warwick top lane. But in that same sense.
Oh
wait.
Oh, holy. That was so close.
Yeah, I was prepared to just say, oh, he just dies here. But then he was like, hold on, what if I don't? But he did.
Real. But then Nunu's going to come in and get the return kill here.
Oh my god.
I don't think he has the damage. Maybe he's going to get it.
Yeah.
That's
Fat
big.
cat with a fat cat on a hat? Or is it with
Fat cat on a hat.
Fat cat on a hat.
He's not with a hat, he's on a hat.
Bringing it back.
Yeah.
Look at this.
The nice little fear
Barrier.
there. And barriers to keep himself safe. But look at the difference here. So they both start, you know, we start with nearly like dead for Warwick, and then the fear is going to hit, I believe, and then he's so close to getting the finishing touches off this kill, but then just Olaf comes in with the E, big true damage, and it's a wrap from there. And Nunu is luckily around. Nunu is one of the heaviest ganking junglers in the game. He's someone who loves to get in there and try and get kills with his W. If he can just run down a lane or run into a lane with a fully developed bull, you know, he can cause a real problem. Only thing I'll say is
by disco.
His damage is maybe a little bit lacking, but
but that is something that Nunu is also able to like he has access to diverse, right? He can build AP or he can build tanky. So it's entirely dependent on how Fat Cat chooses to approach this game.
I think it's only really AP that's like
Meaningful
now. Yeah, like you can build tanky, but the thing is that he has no tools to keep himself alive effectively. Like he has his Q, which is obviously a big heal.
Yep.
But outside of that, you just run into the enemy team and then stand still. You know, like you run into them, you slow them a little bit with your E, a bit, and then you soak damage. And if you don't soak damage because they choose not to attack you, and they ignore you, and you do nothing. Whereas you go AP, I believe his W has quite a high damage threshold for with AP.
Yep.
And obviously his ultimate does a lot of damage if you can fully stack it. But who knows? We will have to see what we can see he's gone for the Dark Seal and Amp Tome here, so definitely looking to go more for the AP build here. I imagine it might be like a Proto Belt into maybe like Leandries or something. So he will still be a little bit beefy because there's a lot of HP in those items, but they are still primarily damage abilities.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, we shall see how exactly Fat Cat chooses to itemize himself in this game, but we haven't really touched on much of what the junglers are up to in this game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Fat Cat. Fat Cat did one full clear into a gank.
Yep.
His camp. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, so he's got 28 CS, even though we're like 6.5 minutes in. So that is one full clear.
Yeah.
Whereas Jarvan has done near enough 2 full clears, and with obviously the camp.
He is a level behind, so that probably explains it.
Yeah, they have Cataclysm up as well, so if they choose to dive.
Oh, he's going for Dragon actually. If you look at the minimap, you can see that Pathos is on that Dragon. That ward is okay. The good thing that Karashi didn't commit to helping out, because if he did, they would have seen him walk up to the pit and maybe kind of expose it. But I think the Cudders have caught wind of what Pathos is up to at the moment. Dragon is still going on, has managed to push them away, interestingly enough.
Yeah, they have 4 members here. It's maybe not the best time for them to try and fight for it. There's nothing else for them to get really on the map right now. I cannot. If I'm looking at the minimap correctly, the Void Grubs are up in 20 seconds.
Yep.
Sorry,
yep.
I'm
They're coming soon.
Yeah, they're coming soon. They're coming soon.
The main event is coming.
Yeah, but look, Jarvan is based and then immediately started pathing towards the Grubs. So he's definitely got an objective focus on his mind right now. And he's still up on the camps front of Fat Cat. So Fat Cat's only on 41 CS right now, so he's about 2 camps behind. Looking to finish this Gromp and then maybe gank this overextended bot lane, I imagine. But then as soon as he shows bot, Jarvan will know he can do the Grubs for free. So either way, it's not the best. Yeah, as we go, we're what, 8 minutes now in game. We've got slight leads in top, slight leads in bot for Motorola. Motorola have got the lead in bot, and then the Cuties have got the lead in top right now. There's overall about 300 gold in the lead for Motorola, so they're looking decently strong. Again, it's so hard to gauge right now how this game will go as time goes on, because I feel like both teams are so scrappy, and that this game will be heavily decided in the mid game.
Absolutely.
Nice little trade here for Warwick onto the Olaf. I think as long as Warwick has his fear, it's quite hard for Olaf to trade onto him without committing Ragnarok.
Yep.
And the difference in cooldown between those 2 abilities is massive. So you can't commit Ragnarok every time he wants to fear you. And so it means that some trades you just have to accept the loss.
Good flash right there, having to avoid the second time bomb to not get stunned up, and eventually get that snowball. But well played by the Cudders to coordinate that.
Yeah, no, for sure. One thing I will say, they it's not great for them though, because like, okay, they got a flash, but they lose Grubs for it. So unless they can punish that flash being burnt in the next 5 minutes, I don't think it's the best play for them. It's not a bad play, but it's not, it's less impactful than what the Jarvan has been able to achieve, especially considering Jarvan hasn't had to give up CS. He's still ahead in count. I think he's got a 5 camp lead, unless I'm misreading that. 12 to 18. So yeah, he's we're talking 6 camps now. And bot lane right now is giving away quite a bit to this Draven, so they have to give a lot of respect to it. And Vayne is getting a nice bit of damage here.
This damage is insane. Trying to get him to dive forward and successfully baits him out. But flashes out the Cataclysm is going to end up dying to the red buff dot regardless. Really nicely done by the Motorola team right there. That was really good coordination between them. Goob, just, I love it. I love it. It just seemed like he was kind of inting, kind of overcommitting, you know, successfully took the two bolts to try bait in Etnav to, you know, commit for the third one and get that kill. Dangled it over his head like a, you know, like a carrot on a stick. Oh, I love it. Really well done by the Motorola team. So that leaves them 2 apiece. Now we've got to wait and see who exactly is going to who's going to claim that feat of strength. You know, because
2 apiece. We got
somebody needs to claim it.
2 objectives to none for the side of Motorola. They got 2 kills to 2 kills, and then obviously first turret is still up, and they're looking for that 3rd kill here. We can see Pathos is chasing down the Warwick.
Goes out.
Good little chunk of damage.
Not
going to be enough. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He actually didn't use anything. He tried to use, I think he tried to use ult, but wasn't able to get that done. It's gonna go down to the to the Motorola team. That is 3 kills now, so they do pick up that feat of strength. The only one left is we've got first turret still left on the board, and also monster slaying.
Monster slaying, yeah. Well, monster slaying is massively in the advantage right now of Motorola. Oh, Zillion's gonna come in, land the CC here.
There's no way he gets.
I don't think he has the damage. No, you don't have facilities for that.
He actually flashed for that as well, which is interesting. Yeah. Quite curious. Commits again.
I think he might have the damage this time.
Wow.
Okay, that was really troll.
I think Perfect Form didn't expect that.
Yeah, maybe didn't respect the damage, I guess. Well, that is actually really big for the Zillion, I think, because right now it looked like he committed his flash for nothing, and then I guess just pure disrespect by the Olaf did not expect the damage out of the Zillion, and then he's gonna get caught here. And Fat Cat's gonna get a big ultimate here. Oh, he got blocked! Holy!
Wow! But it's still got a dragon.
Yeah, no, I mean that's feats of strength.
And monster slaying.
So the feats of strength is the overall term.
Right.
If you collect 2 of the 3 feats, then
you have the strength. Right.
Yeah. And so they got feats of monster slaying and they got feats of warfare, and so now they have feats of strength. But they lost like 3 kills in the exchange.
Yeah.
So I think depending on what they can do with those kills, it might be worth it, because it was only 2nd Drake, I think, right? So,
yes, that's right.
Yeah, look at this. This is such a weird one. Again, just not respecting the damage out of the Zillion and just trying to farm and ignore him.
Yeah.
And then it just happens. And then here we see.
So cheeky. I mean, that's just
the fact no one moved. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Like as soon as you get slowed by that, surely you freak out thinking, "Oh, Nunu." But I guess a little bit of vision play. A little bit of I know they can't see me. Time to eviscerate them with my ultimate. And, low HP on the Warwick.
There's the barrier. Yeah, that's Warwick.
Nice.
Very nicely done by Christie.
Yeah, although Jarvan's here now and full flashes out to get out, I think
he wins this.
Is still kind of rough.
He wins this.
Yeah, he's got the damage reduction. He's gonna win it. Crazy.
Yeah, that's the Warwick I know.
Just baited in Pathos there, and that's such a feel bad for the Jarvan, committing all that time to go there just to burn his own. I think did he burn Flash? I don't think he did.
He did, yeah. Well, Christie did.
Yeah, Christie. Yeah, so he got Flash, but he cost him his life.
Yeah,
and it's what I now want to see, now that we're developing a gold lead in the top lane, I want to see Warwick actually roam and use it, right? Like when you see low HP targets around the map, use his blood scent or whatever it's called, and try and impact the map. TP coming out here though.
Trying to get in onto Etnav, but is gonna end up taking Walker as a it's a compensation prize or complimentary prize, depending on how you want to look at it. But yeah, kill does go over to Karashi as well, so he's able to cash out the stack that he has managed to build up after dying. So yeah, that's a pretty big one as well. We'll be able to collect some extra gold, and yeah, essential for being able to bring yourself back into the game. 1.4 gold ahead, 1.4 thousand gold ahead of Vayne as well, but this is just Master Warwick.
Yeah, this is just Warwick things, you know. Yeah, eats that damage, and then immediately, oh, damage resistance, oh, I'm healing, oh, I guess you die. Insane.
I love
Very
it.
clean.
So good.
And then, yeah, we see here this is the dive. They get the turret down. Vayne is going to get away, but yeah, unfortunately, they just, I don't know if they... No, they did know, because like there was a ward in there that's been there for like half of the ward's duration, so they definitely knew the TP was coming in, but maybe Walker was just like, look, if I die here, you don't get double kill, right? Whereas if I tried to run and you catch us both, then you get, you know, you get both of us. So me just standing here and being a sitting duck lets you kind of accept the fact you got one definite kill instead of two highly likely kills.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, this Jarvan skin is kind of throwing me off because his silhouette is so different.
Yeah?
So every time I see Jarvan, I think it's somebody else. Like I just think it's oh, that's Aatrox. Oh wait, no, that's Morgana. But wait, Morgana doesn't have a giant weapon. Weird, man. But yeah. Anyway,
I don't even know what skin it is. Like, actually,
isn't it that new one? It's like a lore, kind of a lore skin where he's Xin Zhao has that vision where Demacia is taken over by the Darkness or something like that.
Oh, I don't even know, dude. I'm not gonna lie, like, skins are a myth to me. I stopped paying attention to that shit a long time ago.
Fair enough.
I just play the game. Yeah, one thing I do want to mention here is with that turret lead they have, they are still actually in the lead in terms of gold. So, in the gold graph, they were higher than they are now, but you know, they are still actually ahead right now, even though they are down 4 kills, just based purely off of what they've been able to get neutral objective and turret-wise.
Oh, sorry.
I hit the same thing. Guys,
there we go.
bro.
Oh,
look
wow.
at this, look at this death
Karashi
bush.
is
Look at the death
actually
bush.
ahead.
Look at the death bush, though. Oh, not going to actually get anything, unfortunately. They may have to give this Drake up. Let's see. Moving towards Drake number 3 here. Olaf is here. We're going to see the TP by Zillion come out. Speed buff onto the Warwick. We got Turbo Warwick coming in hot.
Oh! Nunu actually stole that. Jumped in, used the Q with the smite, managing to secure it, but in the meantime, Olaf is in the thick of it. Oh, is going to get popped by Zillion. And on the backside, Twisty is going crazy. Hold on a minute. It's going to get put down, though. Back to the pound with you. And Etnav trying to close this out because he wants that final kill. He wants that ace with the help of North Stream. Will he be able to get it? It is a Janna that you're diving as well, but it doesn't matter as that is an ace for the Cudders Cuties. Only losing 2 members in that fight. 3 members, actually.
4, 1, and 2 on this vein. I need to highlight him right now. So Etnavs is he is, yeah, that's crazy. 106 mastery on this champion. No wonder they pulled it out in the game 5. They needed something special, and he brought it right now. Yeah. And yeah, I want to shout him out because obviously he took part in the Winter Open of 2025. He was part of the mashup Team 7 Schizos. They didn't place particularly highly. He's about to get himself killed though, so let's talk about that instead. He might be able to get away. He does have barrier, but he's not going to commit it. Going to let himself die. Fair enough. Did he give up a shutdown there?
I don't think so. I think it was just standard kill.
Okay, but yeah, as I was saying, so Etnavs is an interesting story in my opinion because he came off of 7 Schizos. He was the star player in a struggling roster, and they went 1 and 2 out of the tournament. And then now he's found himself in Sweatlord finals. But we got a team fight.
Cristo in the thick of it, but so is Karashi for some reason. Meanwhile, yeah, straight into the back line goes Cristo. Is tanking that turret. Oh, Chrono Shift. Gonna be able to save his life. But turns his attention straight onto Cookie. Is gonna walk out as Mesa enters the fight. Two members of the Motorola team are gonna die in that fight, but man.
So let's see how this replay goes out. So we can see how the fight starts here. They immediately, Nunu has to burn the flash to get in there, and I think it was a flash proto belt. And then they immediately get the Zillion ult onto Warwick. Warwick gets to play as aggressively as he needs to. And I kind of now see the cook with the draft. Because now that I can see in action, I understand that they essentially have 3 health bars on any one target they need, right?
Yep.
So they have bailout, or if someone is about to die, right?
Yep.
Like they can give them an entire extra gray health bar.
Yep.
With the Renata, and then they have Chrono Shift on the Zillion, who got away on literally 10 HP there. Look at that! Oh, he got it up! Oh, just before a knock up as well. Holy! And then this is the second play we got, and we can see they start the fight here onto the Warwick, and they just don't have the damage to really kill him. Someone gets killed off on the side, and then they end up diving here. I think they get 1 for their troubles, and then Chrono Shift has to get burnt to make sure Warwick lives, and he just runs straight out of being resurrected into the violence, bro. And I respect that. And,
woke up and chose violence. You love to see it. Just like Arcane.
Literally. True, just like Arcane, for real. Emmy award-winning Arcane, actually. Hey. Herald is going to get cracked in here by Motorola. Should almost definitely hit this turret, and if it does, it will kill. Oh, never mind.
Damn,
okay, that's actually
chance.
so depressing for Motorola eSports. They used it as a distraction tactic here to try and make sure the enemy team don't know they're going on to Atacon, but the enemy team have got 2 wards on that motherfucker, and they know. So now it's just a matter of who's going to win the fight. Resistances have been shredded for Motorola.
Fat Cat is here. Fat Cat is gonna die. Oh, no way. Oh, he actually managed to secure it somehow, but wow, that was such a toss-up. It should not have been like that, as the Motorola team are getting melted once again, and that is an ace for the Cudders once again. The only saving grace was the fact that Motorola actually were able to secure that Atacon, but for those of you that were paying attention, it was on 100 HP post-might. Just watch the Atacon health bar while this whole thing is going on.
I think the Motorola did a really good job of keeping Nunu away from the objective, but then that smite there was very nearly
30 health.
Very nearly a major fumble. God loves Secluded Pathos showing that even the Sweatlord bracket junglers can smite like me. It was good, man. My goat right there. Holy.
Wow.
But it doesn't matter though, he got it. So that's the main thing, right? Although I do want to talk about his build right now, because he went Sundered Sky into Spear of Shojin, which is not the normal build for Jarvan. It's more of a damage-oriented build, so definitely looking to be more of a threat in this game than the average Jarvan, who's more happy being the engage and survival tool.
Yeah.
And as we get ready for this break, which will be sole point for Motorola if they get it, we see Warwick is getting sped up. He's looking to maybe go on someone.
Jumps on with the suppress. Isn't gonna be able to find the kill, but in the thick of it is Secluded Pathos using that Cataclysm. Isn't gonna find any kills. Hold on, Walker did actually end up going down because he used his own revive on himself. That's 2 kills going over to Secluded Pathos actually. So 2 for none at the moment for the Motorola team as they're currently sieging on the mid lane. Dragon is also going to be the focus for Pathos, as you can see down in the minimap. And the mid turret is going to fall as well. So the map is now open for the Motorola team. Despite the fact they're currently on the back foot with back-to-back aces, they are still the ones in the lead in terms of the map positioning, the current state of the map in terms of objectives. So they're doing pretty well. And also they're on sole point.
Yeah, they're on sole point. I'd like to point out, even though they're 9 kills down because several of these team fights have not gone their way, objectives, they're massively ahead. They are actually equal in gold despite being 9 kills down. So, you know, they're doing a lot of things right in this game. And I think now we might be starting to see a little bit of the downside here of the Cudders draft, is that like they don't have a consistent AoE engage, right?
Yeah.
They have the Warwick ult, which is great if you can land it on the right person. Olaf is not the right person.
Yeah.
and they have the Nunu ball, which is great if you have the setup, but if you don't have the setup, it's kind of hard to do.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Secluded Pathos says, oh, we go in, he EQs, the person is knocked up, and then they go in, you know, they start the fight. It's a much more clean, much more, like, simple way to start the fight.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that, you know, everybody knows all too well is that Warwick you don't want to face in a 1v1. But in a team fight, Warwick is almost useless. Once he uses his ult, there is very little he's able to do unless he is extremely fed. Somebody that is looking extremely fed was Mesa right there before he got put down by Etnav. But Warwick, as you speak of the devil, he shall appear, is going to get put down, won't be able to find a kill on the side as Karashi will put him down. And also Fatcat was able to find a kill onto Cookie as well, leaving them in the advantageous position for this Baron. Things are looking pretty good for Cudders right now, but they are choosing to start this Baron as well. Is this a good idea?
Oh, we see the immediate.
Wow.
Okay, 1 for 1. You take those, you take those. This is going to be maybe a 2 for 1. Never mind.
Don't worry, Janet wins this.
Yeah, for real.
No, don't go back in. Oh my goodness. Cast the tornado, trying to disrupt recall. Well done. Good. Yeah, that's just good awareness. Yeah. Good knowledge.
So let's break down this fight here. So we see immediately Malzahar just ults the Zilean. Zilean is able to lock down Olaf, but Olaf immediately pops Ragnarok. You see the Draven ult comes in and he does actually get himself a kill here. Meanwhile, Cataclysm was dropped onto Vayne, but Vayne is able to actually pop Pathos. And then now this is runaway time for NTE. So, you know, Motorola, they lose their members. Here,
what
an aggressive attempt at the Baron there, and good all to stop them by the Motorola guys. But yeah, Draven, he's able to pop, I believe it was Zilean that was alive, right? Yeah, popped the Zilean, but then immediately got popped himself by the Vayne. And oh, there is so much riding on Etnav's being able to carry this game. If he can, he is primed to. He has 10 kills right now, and the enemy team technically don't have the tools to stop him. If the Jarvan, other than Cataclysm, there is no way to truly lock down the Vayne. Other than, what's it called? Other than Malzahar Ultimate. But then if they build QSS at some point in the near future, then the Malzahar Ultimate doesn't work. And so it's literally just the Cataclysm that can hold them down. And so, you know, the stars are aligning for a potential Vayne carry, but we're going to have to see if they can actually pull it out. It would be a very interesting story to see. It was from low tier mashup team to defending champion, winning the tournament with the team on the back would be almost a little bit too good to be true. As we see, they're gonna come off the Baron.
That's Draven under duress right there. As he gets jumped by Warwick, is going to go down to Nunu. Cataclysm comes out, but it ends up being Pathos building his own grave as he gets put down as well. 3 members are going to fall of the Motorola team, as that should be a free Baron, as the, you know, Motorola do not have a smite anymore. The only 2 members left are Cookie and Scoob, and at this current point in time, based on what is happening around the map, they can't do much other than brace themselves for the Cudders team as they're about to ride over to Dragon, apparently.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense here. They don't, you know, they did have a wave, but it's crashing into, I believe, what, tier 2? No, tier 1 mid. So they literally have a single turret right now for their name.
Yep.
But this is where the gold lead should start to balloon. So I'm going to quickly bring up the gold graph because it's been super close. And we've seen that Motorola have had their you know, their toes in the lead for a while, but it has literally just been their toes. And now for the first time, I think literally this entire game, we finally see a gold lead manifest for Motorola in a meaningful capacity. They have 3.5k. Oh, sorry, 4 colors. Yeah, my bad.
So they are now knee deep.
Yeah. They're not toe deep. They're knee deep now. And you know, considering they had the kill lead for the longest time, there is so much free gold on the map for them right now if they play this correctly. They still have tier 1 top. They still have all of the tier 2 turrets. If they can collect those off of this Baron buff, the gold lead should balloon. Getting that second Drake there as well is also going to slow down this soul point. But oh no, Warwick! Not like this. Mr. Clisty gets caught.
Who flashed right there? Cookie flashed. Wow. They really wanted to get rid of that. Yeah. They really wanted to get rid of the werewolf. Crazy. Goodbye, Vander.
Okay, so we're gonna see this is the fight that gets them the Baron. So, you know, Clisty sees an angle and he flash R's, immediately gets that first kill. And then we see Pathos locks down Vayne. Like, he's got the correct targeting, but his team are too distracted with everything else going on.
Yep.
And then, you know, the opposite of being distracted here, they get that immediate... He walked away like, no, there's no play here, bro. There's no play here, boys. It's fine.
Wait, I'm here. Don't worry.
And then there is a play, and he's like, I'm joining. Don't worry. I'm here. I never left.
I was here this whole time. I never lost faith. Well, yeah. Good play. A good response from the...
important. USS has been purchased. Ooh. So now if Cookie tries to lock down Etnavs, he has an escape. Yes. And I assume that chain vest is going to be turning into a Jack Show.
Yes.
So Jack Show is one of those items that some hyper carries get to build when they you know, their kind of damage maxes out at 3 items, right? Yep. So a lot of these on-hit characters like Varus, like Vayne, they get to go Blade of the Ruin King or Gwynsu's and Terminus or Yuntal Wild Arrows, any of those 4 items for the most part. And then you can build defensive. And Jack Show gives you 30% extra of all of your resistances when you've been in combat for 5 seconds. And so it's one of the most cost-effective tank items in the game. And it allows champions like Vayne to be that little bit beefier. You know, when you have lower stats, getting a 30% increase is exponentially worth more.
Yeah.
And so it's, very strong for a champion like Vayne, who, like we've seen, you know, we have the Jarvan jumping on her. If Jarvan can't 1v1 her,
he dies.
He dies.
He just disappears. He ceases to exist.
He just gets popped. And because that seems to be his primary objective in this game, is to try and kill the Vayne. Once that Jack Show is finished, it's going to be really hard for him.
Really interesting that, you know, the Vayne is currently the one to be at the moment, right? Despite all of this going on, actually, I want to bring your attention to it. Despite all of this going on, he doesn't even have the most gold. Well, never mind. He has the most gold. He just picked up the most gold.
But him having the most gold, he's tied with the Draven. So it's actually neck and neck between the two of them.
Yes, exactly.
So it's
I think both of them are in really critical positions where if they are allowed to, you know, if they're allowed to dish out the amount of damage that they want to do, if they just get carried away just a little bit, that's it. The fight is over. You know, I think this is coming down to a game of if Warwick can jump Draven versus can Cookie jump Etnav. And very clearly, Etnav has taken the necessary steps to make sure that never happens. Oh my god.
Zillion though. Death Bush Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Incredible awareness. Jumps in onto him. But, okay. That was a really cool maneuver, actually. Uses the Cataclysm onto Warwick. Uses him as a stepping stone to flash away. You know, it says, you know what, I'm not fully committed to this. This is a Zillion. I'm not dumb to dive a Zillion. But jumps in, regardless, into a bush that is not warded. Is going to end up dying. As now the Malzahar ult is going to be used onto Nunu. And the entire team just completely falls apart. As now the Motorola team are 4 members down. With Janna once again being the only one left alive. I think we're about to see an inhib go down. Possibly a Nexus turret. But wow. What a way to completely hand over the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they can quite finish the game here. They do have a wave coming, but you gotta remember, again, Vayne is the only person, or Vayne and Warwick, they do decent damage to the turret. It might be game. Never mind. I mean, we got 10 seconds. We got 10 seconds until Pathos is up, and then we got 14 until.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Kenny's gonna get himself killed. I think it might be game.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Is this really how the tournament ends? Is this how they take the bracket? In goes Pathos trying to defend it, but the Nexus is wide open, getting chipped away, and your Summer Invitational 2025 Sweatlord bracket winners are Cudders Cuties once again.
Back to back champions.